Hey now, say now. This is your girl, Forever the Realist. Okay, we are live. It's Gorgeous Radio. Okay, stuck at a green light live show. I am so excited to introduce Francis G.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Shout out to everybody that's, tuning in. Shout out just to the whole movement and everything. It is Media Day. All right. So happy Saturday. Let's get it. All right. So the topic of tonight, we're going to be talking about the hustle culture. Okay, so what is that? You know what I mean? And we're gonna just dive into the juice. So I mean, hey, what's up, Francis
Hey, how
G?
you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So who is Francis G?
Francis G is an neo soul alternative R&B artist from NOLA, from New Orleans East. Shout
Hmm.
out to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Francis G, what inspired you to come up with, that name and, with your identity, your personality, and the things that you're doing in the music industry?
Okay. How I came up with Francis? I'm a huge Prince fan.
Okay.
So
Things that you're doing.
I was watching this film called Under the Cherry Moon, one of those old Prince films, and he had a name called like Christopher Tracy, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try something. I don't want to do no regular name like that. So you know what, I'll do something fancy but still keep it me. So
Hmm.
the Francis came from the French Christopher, like how he would have his just the alter ego. So I
Hmm.
just kept that part Francis. Then the G was my first name, Garvin. So I kept the G, just keep it original. And I put the dollar sign just because that's how we used to do in New Orleans. I always have the dollar sign, drawing it on a piece of paper. Just being creative with
Uh
it
huh.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I love it. It's all about creativity. It's always a consistent other name or
Right.
same name, but it's just that little tweet of
Mm-hmm.
just I guess
Originality.
creativity and originality
Right.
that goes a long way to make you exactly just who you are and just to not get it twisted. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
you from New Orleans, huh?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So like what? Why the move to Vegas and how did that come about?
Well, first I moved to Atlanta just to try a different scenery, just to get away from New Orleans. I love my city, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it can be a little hectic.
Hmm.
But I feel like Atlanta, I met a few people in Atlanta, like a, videographer, but things happen, living situations. So I came and I told me and my wife, let's try Vegas. So I was
Okay.
like, let's move here. I checked out the scenery. It's a great scenery. I love how Vegas celebrates independent artists. So
Yes.
that's the goal for me. I
Hmm.
want to approach the independent and the music industry just being myself, and that's what it's all about. Just being yourself and just bring what's to bring to the table.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's what I've learned living out here 4 years.
Yeah, the biggest thing is what do you bring to the table?
Right.
Vegas is a very transit city. It's just all kind of people from all different walks of life. However, the benefit of it is that it's a developing place.
Right.
It's a
Right.
developing place. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to give you that opportunity to bring something to the Vegas table.
Right. Right.
So I mean, big ups to that. So
Yeah.
like, just definitely keep going there. So what made you want to even dive into the music scene?
I've been singing all my life. I've been singing since I was 5.
Hmm.
My start is the church. I got my start in the
Yes.
church, so I wanted to do it because I love the art form. I love how people create, and I love how people just how albums are made and how songs are made, how engineers get to do their job with the artists, how the producer get to do artist development with the
Hmm.
artists and just being, forward with the artists. And that caught my attention at a very early age, like at the age of, I want to say about 7, 8, maybe I say about 8. I'm up here watching. I'm the only kid in the friend circle watching behind the music.
Right.
So I'm watching how
Okay.
labels is, moving business and how to, move stuff just musically, how the business work, just
Hmm.
trying to figure that out. Still learning. But yeah, just starting at that young age,
Hmm.
watching behind the music and stuff like that.
Lovely. Like, do you have this struggle, because you started in church
Hmm.
and now you're into, just the industry of it all when it comes down to music? And it has me thinking about sinners, of course. Like, do you think it's some type of challenging? Have you ever experienced those challenges of that transition from church to, like,
Yeah.
industry?
Actually, I have, but
Mm-hmm.
my parents, I'll say the one thing about my parents I love, they wasn't judgmental.
Okay.
But I'll say, growing up in the church, I have pastors that like, you can only serve like one God, you can't serve the devil and God. I'm like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, music is music, it's here for a
Mm-hmm.
reason. But I love it. I understand it, but you can't fault anybody for loving what they love. So.
Yeah, yeah, and and that is supposed to be the church way.
Right,
You told don't judge, don't
right.
this, don't that, to come as you are, and
Mm-hmm.
those things. And it's just like, okay, it's a thin line there because if
Yeah.
that's the case, then what is
It's,
the it's the devil or is
yeah, the
this, is
devil's
that?
music.
Okay, people want to pick and choose what is what. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So when you look at someone like Kurt Franklin, who kind of fused the whole like, okay, I'm going to keep it like spirituality, but with industry
With
as
some
well, and
urban,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it's needed. Like people
Mm-hmm.
are different from different walks of life,
Right.
and at the end of the day, it's mainly about your perception.
Right, I agree. I mean, my take on it is like when you're making love with your spouse, and you ain't putting on church music. So let's be real.
And everybody's making love, right? Because
Right,
I mean, it's biblical to be fruitful,
right.
right? So it's like, oh, is it a sin to be fruitful, or is it
Yeah.
what we are supposed to do? So it's a lot of that. And when you're creating your own lane, it gives you that ability to just be authentic into yourself and
Right,
what your perception is and the message that you got to give out into the world, right?
right.
So over time, you realize like, what, I'm going to do this music stuff and I'm going to take it seriously. What was that spark for you to know that, listen, I'm going to take this seriously and I'm going to just go?
When I got that scholarship in college for voice, and I had my professor, he told me I got something special and just to take it seriously because in high school I was just doing it, singing, just to do it. But I took it seriously and I owned my craft just in college and perfected it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was like, you know what, I have something here. I hear music differently from others, and my sound ain't like everybody. I'm singing my own
Mm-hmm.
way, and I was like, you know, I want to do this full time.
Yeah.
I want to take it serious.
Yeah, and that kind of touches on our topic of today,
Mm-hmm.
which the topic is hustle culture. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and what that really looks like. But before we dive into the topic, what do you think is missing in today's R&B, in today's soul, and when it comes down to that type of genre of music?
Right. That's a good question. To me personally, so and I say nobody not saying no more. It's they not. How can I put? Nobody grew up in the church. I would just say it like that.
I mean that you onto something
I
though.
mean, look at Casey and JoJo. They singing out there. They singing their heart out. You got Luke James.
Hmm.
They all from the church.
Hmm.
So when you
Hmm.
get these new age people that's saying they singing, but it's no emotion, no
Hmm.
passion. Everybody for the bag, which I ain't against it.
Hmm.
Get your money. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, what's your true purpose?
Yeah.
What's your real passion for this? Because if it's just the bag, you're gonna be here for a short run. I'm just keep it
Hmm.
real with you. If you're doing
Hmm.
this just because you love it, you're not gonna get sick of it.
Hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Hmm. Yes, and I definitely agree there. And it's also people looking at what is trending today,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Right.
that also plays a big part in like just new artists and releasing, just really heartfelt songs. Like,
Right.
I remember my mom used to listen to our R&B music and be like, "What is this?"
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm an '80s baby, and I grew up in the '90s with the '90s R&B. So
Mm-hmm.
today's R&B, I'm asking the same question as my mom, like, what is
What is
this?
this?
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And I want it back. I
Right.
want it
Right.
back.
Right. I feel you.
A lot of things is nothing new under the sun. A lot of things is in rotation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rotation, rotation, rotation. So why not bring back something that used to be? It's this song that I was listening to. I don't know the name and none of like it was just like a piano. It was super simple, but the way that the dude rapped to the beat was dope. And I'm like, okay, see, this is how it used to be in the 90s, but it's definitely vital and needed today. So do it.
I
You
agree.
know?
I agree.
So keep that soulfulness and keep that, love.
Yeah.
Where is the love?
Where is the love?
You know, and come on, put it in the comments. Look, where is the love? Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. Everything is lustful,
I agree.
physical,
Yeah.
sexual,
Too sexual.
too sexual. You know, and people start to confuse what the difference is between love and sex.
Right.
Like, you know, because people feel like sex is love, but it's not.
Right.
It's not at all. You know, so that's the biggest piece that is missing, like with R&B music today.
Right.
You know, so I love a man that can sing. I don't care what walk of life that you come from, right? So you got to do a little something, okay, for the people today. You know, let's get it, let's go.
Right now? Okay. There is only one for me. You have made that possibility. We could take that step to see if this is really gonna be. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me undress you, baby. Open up your mind and rest. I'm about to let you know you make me so. You make me so.
Man, come with it. Yes. You know, what I just got from that alone is a feeling inside of just like pleasure of hearing the music, hearing the tone of your voice, hearing the things, you know, what you're saying is like in tune.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Francis G, you are definitely talented.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so you guys come on now. Check Francis G. Yes.
Instagram is Francis G, FRANCIS_GG, and then the same with TikTok.
Man, let's get it. Let's go right here. Okay. Yes, just definitely mind blowing. I do encourage you to please keep going with it. Like, you know what I mean? So let's dive into the singles that you have out now. You know, that's you know, on platforms, right? Like, so what platforms can people hear like your music and everything besides just following? Like, what is a way that people can hear your music?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes. What else I'm on? I'm on Google Play, Tidal, everything. Same Francis G. You know, but this time on Spotify or any other platforms, you got to put the $sign.
Yeah, and that's important, y'all. I'm looking for it. I put an S. I know what I'm spelling. Right. Yes. So that $sign, okay, is the S. So let's get it. Let's go. Okay. So your single Bullshit, I heard it, and you know, for you to be the way you sing, and then have a song called Bullshit. But when I heard the song, it just was just wonderful. What inspired you to do a song like that?
Actually, I wrote that song from my friend's perspective, how he was dating. He was talking to this lady. I mean, they've been going out for like a year. And he was like, hey, I'm just tired of this. I'm giving 100% in the relationship, and I'm getting 20% back. And she playing in my face, and this whole part of bullshit.
Right.
I just dawned in my head, hey, let me just start writing to this and taking whatever he told me, putting it in perspective, and just writing lyrics to the music, and that's how Bullshit came out.
Man, it's super creative. You know, you do have to have those little strategic ways to pull people in
Right,
from all different types of backgrounds,
right.
right? Um, who does that? I know Kendrick Lamar does that really good,
Mm-hmm.
and a few others. You know, if anybody who's viewing the interview and everything, put it in the comments. Let us know. Join the
Yeah.
conversation, okay? Let's get it. And so, dope, super dope.
Thank
And
you.
let's go on to "Wanna Ride." Like that was a very dope song, and you know, let the people know a little bit behind "Wanna Ride" single.
One Ride came about. I'm a huge fan of Neptune's production, so I made a
Mm-hmm.
track like on a verse, not quite similar, but had that same vibe of Neptune's.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote that just living life, just want to ride with me and my girl, just come, just get away, just
Mm-hmm.
escape all the stuff that we're going through right now. Let's just take that ride, enjoy the moment, live life, just forget about haters, forget about the people, forget about your job.
Period.
Sometimes jobs it can stress the hell out you. You just want to ride, take that,
Yes.
just want to go there, just enjoy yourself and ride to do it.
Facts.
Clear your head.
Big facts. So you're coming out with an album in July. Okay, people note July is
Okay.
coming out. Okay, to come. What is the name of your album?
My album is called Wise and Nascent.
Okay, wise and nascent. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for the people who don't know what nascent is, because I know I was kind of like, do I need to Google? You know what I mean? So why wise and nascent?
Well, I'm 31 right now. So
Okay.
Libra gang, Libra
31.
gang.
Libra gang gang. Shout out to all the Libras.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser. So me getting wiser, I'm learning to be more open-minded and just walk into my full potential.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what nascent means. Just new beginning, learning your full potential, walking into it. And I just combined it. I'm like, hey, I make mistakes. I'm learning every day. I'm human. I ain't perfect. I mess up if I can curse.
I mean, you're good, I guess.
I fuck up sometimes. Let me just keep it real. I'm real. So
Yeah.
so the wise and nascent is like the older I get, the more I'm walking into my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So the older I get, the more I'm learning myself.
Mm-hmm.
They say when you hit your 30s, you don't care anymore. That's I'm at that point in my age.
Okay.
So I'm walking into it. I'm learning myself, still growing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means.
Yeah, we're consistently and constantly still growing. Like you could be 70 years old, still growing, still in the unknown, like still needing to know and learn things and lessons and stuff of that nature. So, do you think it's best to put out an album or to release singles?
I mean,
like what do you think the juggle is there, and the the attention that you get and things of that nature, and not only that, but just people attention span today. I know, like I said, back in the 90s, we bought albums.
Right.
I remember I used to sell my album like out of the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
With that one.
Yes. And it's real because you keep all that stuff in the trunk, so it's just a real thing. You know what I mean? And so because I purchased this album, I'm going to listen to it. Now we're in today's time. Yes, today's time is everything is fast, everything is moving, everything is accessible. Because of YouTube, Spotify, and different distributions and things of that nature, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, what are your thoughts on that, like, with the singles and albums?
My thing is, we live in a modern era of streaming platforms. Nothing wrong with it, but my thing is, you have to have a product right after the single. I get it. People release singles, and my only thing is when you keep releasing singles, when you finally do get the album, like, I don't really want to listen to it because I've heard it so many times, all these singles. But if you have like a dedicated fan, some of them don't care, but I like the anticipation. Like, give me one or two singles, promote that for how long you want to, even after the album drop. Promote that. Give me something that I can't wait to hear. Like, I can't wait to hear this in 2 months. Like, it's nothing wrong with the singles, but that's my opinion. That's my take. Single after single after single is good enough because you're marketing, and that's what it's all about in this generation, marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Definitely.
my thing is give them a little 2 songs here and there, and that album. That's where you put your money where the mouth is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I concur. I concur right there. So, we're going to dive into the topic of today. All right. The topic of today is the hustle culture. Is the 24/7 grind making us more productive or just more burnt out? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
My way, it's a slippery slope. It can burn you out, but in a way, it depends on how you're doing it, how you're hustling, how you're marketing. If you being consistent and having, a little breather for yourself, you won't get burnt out as fast. I've learned
Mm-hmm.
that from experience. Like me just promoting, and I remember I promoted a week straight in 2 weeks, just a whole month, and after that, to the point I didn't post nothing after for like 2 months after because I was so burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
my thing is space yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like you need to post every day, I mean, it's a strategy. Like post 2 or 3 days a week. Give that video or that post that you just post a minute to grow and get the views and likes and follows. Because once you keep doing that, it's like, oh, now you see me thirsty at this point. But that's how my take is on it.
Yeah. I think within our 24/7 hours a day is vital to time manage.
Right.
So it's a time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I always say that, it's certain type of conversations that people want to have that it's not time to have this conversation right now. Or it's certain things that you may want to do. Well, you know what? I have to prioritize now. So then now we go into prioritizing. You know what I mean? So it's time management and prioritizing. But do I feel like the hustle culture is necessary? I do.
Right.
I do. I do believe that every waking hour should be monetized.
Yeah.
I mean, as best as possible, because you never know what would happen with one thing and the other.
Right.
You hear people say, "Oh, I got a 9 to 5, so I can't do this, I can't do that." Can you?
I look at it as for some people, excuses. If you can get off of work and go play basketball with your homeboys, you can get off of work and go do some content. It's the same thing. Like you have to set your priorities for what you really want to. That's the thing with people. Priorities is like what they dedicated to.
Message.
Yeah. Dedicated
message.
To what they really want.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The dedication is definitely real.
Right.
And saying, okay, this is what I want to do.
Right.
This is what I'm going to have to do to get it.
Right.
These are the requirements for success in anything that I do. You know what I mean? And executing.
Right.
Executing. So I believe in, multiple sources of income. I believe in that. I like the people that has, a job, a business, Ubering, Door Dashing.
Right.
Shout out to the real hustlers, okay, that is out there making it happen for themselves and family. Because, in the end of the day, home and office blur.
Mm-hmm.
That's the blur line.
Right.
Just because you at home doesn't mean that you're out of the office.
Right.
And just because you're in the office doesn't mean you're not at home. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Can you create a space to be able to do it all and not burn yourself out?
Right.
Like the 5 heartbeats. My office hours are from
9 to 5.
Period. Okay. and was very, very serious about that. Big time. All right. So yeah, I think that the hustle game is real.
Right.
And I think I do in this interview want to just encourage people to open their mind to other ways of making income.
Right. I agree.
Especially with today's economy. What do you think about today's economy?
Today's economy, it's a struggle right now. And for me, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. As an independent artist, I do work. There's nothing wrong with working. So my thing is, you have to. This economy, it's weird because it's like you have to just pivot. You got to really pivot through things. It's so complicated the way things are set up.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's what you make of it. It's what you make of it, and you can't give up. That's the thing. When things seem like the weight is on your shoulder, the weight of the world, and that's when you fight harder. That's when you swing out even harder. And the economy, you can't just worry about what the next person do. You just focus on what you want to do. Get your money up, get your bread up. I feel like when you come to that conclusion of, I got to do what's best for me in this economy, in this state, hopefully you can come on top of that. Because trust me, I'm in the same boat. It ain't peaches and cream. I'm working 9 to 5. I'm hustling. After that, I'm doing content. But sometimes I look at my bank, I feel like my money a little funny.
Yeah.
It's life. It happens to the best of people. But just got to keep on going.
The biggest thing with that, I remember when I was in my early 20s, I got my very first apartment. And then they want to raise the rent up on me. And I tried to go in there and be like, hey, why are you doing this? And it's something that the landlord told me. I would never forget this. Never. The landlord said, well, it's because of your attitude towards it. Okay. It's because of your attitude towards it. If you see that your rent is going up, that means your hustle game needs to go up.
Right.
Hello. Like, a lot of times people just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And not grow. You know what I mean? When that's what we're here for. If you look around, anything that is from earth grows.
Right. There you go.
And so are we. Right.
It's supposed to evolve.
Yeah. So let's get it. Let's go in that aspect. Okay. So you mentioned that you're married. Lovely. Black love is still in the building.
Thank you.
Black love is still in the air. Like, no, all love, but come on now. You know what I'm saying. So how do you juggle that? Like, how do you juggle the family and this mentality that you have with the hustle culture?
One thing I love about my wife, whatever I got going on, she said, go for it.
Period. That supportive partner.
That once you have that partner, there you go. Once you have that support system from your wife, you can accomplish the world.
Yeah.
Anything, husband, wife, spouse, whatever.
Yes. Boo thing, side thing. No.
Valentine's coming.
Yeah.
But my thing is, once you got that good support system, you can conquer Mount Everest. That's how I look at it.
I believe that, and that's in all that you do.
Right.
That's in all that you do, and that also ties into birds of a feather flock together.
Right. There you go.
Right? That's the real saying. You know them old school sayings? And then as you become an adult, they all make the perfect sense. Right? Well said, right? Okay. Okay. So we have Francis G up in cyberspace, up in the building. We are live. It's Gorgeous Radio, stuck at a green light live show, media day. Let's get it. Let's go. So I've got to ask the question. Can you please tell, who's watching, like what has been a stuck at a green light moment for you and how did you overcome it to keep going?
For me, as I'm getting older, I've been fearless and hesitant and distracted. So I've been learning, like, who gives a hell what people say, you know? And I've learned back in my earlier stages in my career. That's what's been holding me back. Sometimes I can get in my own way.
Yeah, I love it. Come on, let them know. Yes, sometimes you are the enemy.
Yeah, sometimes I'm my own first enemy.
It's true.
My thing was fear. Being fearful of just what people were saying, just it might not, you don't make the same music as what's on the radio, you don't make the same content as whatever. Who cares? You do what you love. So my thing is not being fearful anymore, not being easily distracted. That's my goal. Just especially in 2026, this is an even year. So everything is aligned. Just go for it. They're gonna talk about you when you're doing good. They're gonna talk about you when you're doing bad. At the end of the day, they're going to talk about you.
Yeah. So, but give them something to talk about. Because if you're not being talked about, then you ain't really doing much.
You ain't doing nothing.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
That's the goal.
I love that answer. You know, and I think that's very, very encouraging.
Yeah.
You know, to put it out there that way, because that's the biggest thing. A lot of times, you know, people become their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
People are so sensitive to what people think about them, like it really matters. You know what I'm saying? It do to an extent, but at the same time, it don't, because you could be the most perfect person, and somebody always gonna have something to say.
Right.
Right. So you just gotta just keep doing it.
Right. And I remember an event here, and you was talking to us, and it was a thing you saying, like, in this industry, you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah.
You know? It's just in life in general, because if you don't have tough skin, the industry will eat you up, the world will eat you up, and because you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. I've learned that, not to wear your heart on your sleeve. You know, just you gotta tough on. You gotta be a soldier. You know, like Master P, you gotta be a no-limit soldier. So
why do you think a lot of music like that, like, is so successful and rich?
you
like, you know, you think the people who became rich really like care about?
No, I think they care about that
paper. They I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Why do mean people always make it? Is the person mean, or is the person really putting themselves in a position to win? Right. You know, when you gotta have that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just go straight forward. And, you know, of course.
So just to come back on that, as you just said, it's a difference between being mean and assertive. So my thing is, you could be the nicest guy in the room, but with you being assertive is, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. You don't have to be disrespectful to how you're approaching your team, but if you want the job done, sometimes you gotta strap your boots up and put your foot down.
Yeah, stop being so sensitive.
Yeah, but you ain't gotta be like disrespectful to your crew.
Absolutely.
That's how I take on it.
I concur, and it's a difference, and it's you know, something that is visible when it comes out, or the approach. It's not how you said it. What is it?
It's not what you say. It's how you say
it. Period. So I think that plays a major part, big time. So I mean, it just definite pleasure. Like, your vibes are super dope. You're swagged out to the fullest, okay, and the voice is on point. Okay, so y'all better make sure you check out Francis G.
Hey.
You know, let the people, again, I know you said it before, but we're going to let the people know, you know, where they can find you, and if you have anything else you would like to share.
Yeah. On Instagram is FRANCIS_GG. And on TikTok it's the same way, but instead of the GG is G33.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So is there anything else that's up and coming in 2026?
Yeah,
up in the mix.
Yeah, besides the album, I got a single coming out hopefully in March. In March. Got that one. It's called Kush.
Hey,
for my
put it in the air.
420 people, you know.
Yeah.
Like that Kush.
Love you.
Got that. That's gonna be on the album, and I got a whole bunch of things. Working on some bundles and some merch to go with my single and album. I'm trying to stay out there, y'all. So trying to stay proactive and consistent, and trying to be like the people in the industry, you know. Trying to get there.
Know, hey, I'm definitely excited. I'm excited to see it. You know what I mean? So hey, let's get it, let's go. All right. So I mean, wow, the vibes definitely real. Dope interview today. Okay. You know, again, we are live at It's Gorgeous Radio. This is the Stuck at a Green Light live show, and it's Media Day Saturday. Okay, 3 to 5. The interviews start at 4 p.m. I mean, always a lit situation. Yes, live audience, drinks, food, and, you know, of course, 420 friendly. Okay, a time for networking. So let's get it, let's go, because it's definitely a vibe.
Yes, it is. It's a vibe always and every day.
All right now, so until next time, let's get it.
Peace. Oh, yeah.